Hello everybody, this is Cheryl Calhoun, your leadership and customer service consultant. And we're here to bring a word, I hope that it empower you, lift your spirits, and maybe give you something to think about. I just want to share something with you. You know, when we think about our community, and I guess you can see I'm a black woman, so I can only speak about our black community, and which I love. I thank God for it. But a lot of times we put our communities down and talk about the ghetto, and we talk about how it looks, and then when you want to buy a home, you be like, I ain't finna move down there because it looks so bad. But then, you know, sometimes I wonder, we say these things about our own neighborhood and our own communities, and sometimes I wonder, do we ever think about the root of the problem and how can it be fixed? At the beginning of the year with the class, our parenting and leadership class, I asked them a question, and they range from age 15. I think the oldest one in the class is in her 40s. But anyway, I asked them a question, you know, and that was just to get their mind to thinking. That was around about January of this year. I asked them a question: who do they look to? You know, everybody got this mentor. You got this person that you like to look up to, you know. Some of you can look back right now and think about people, if it weren't for them, you wouldn't be where you are today. So I asked them that question, and some of the people in the class, homeless, and I have some that's going through a lot of issues, living from home to home. We got some that's been to jail, prison. So I asked them who they look up to. Who do you kind of want to, you know, pattern yourself after? And I was trying to get them to a point. They all thought about it, and they thought about it, and they couldn't think of anybody. And then 2 or 3 months later passed by, and I asked the same question again. I said, do y'all have anybody that, you know, you can look up to? Because I think about, I was born in 1958. And so there was a lot of great leaders. And I mean, there was people that I'm telling you right now, they impact my life. And I thank God for him putting them in my life. And I just wanted to know who impact their lives, who you can help you get your head above water when you feel like you're gonna sink and you feel like you about ready to give it all up. Who you can look to. I know we can say we look to God, but how many of you know right now that there are times in your life we don't do it, do we? And I believe, this is Cheryl, I believe that's why God put people in our lives, for that reason. But anyway, so I asked that question, nobody gave me an answer. I think at this time it was about 15, 16 people in the class. And I do these leadership class almost twice a week. Nobody give me an answer. So during the summer, I asked the same question. No answer. So I think it was in September, early September, and I began to ask that question again. I told them I haven't gotten an answer yet. And one part that bothered me the most, and this is not bashing churches, because my daddy was my pastor, so I feel like if I bash church, and I'm bashing my daddy, and he was one of the greatest leaders to me of all times. So I'm not here to bash churches. I was surprised that nobody named the pastor. No one. No, out of all of those. And yes, they get in a lot of trouble and done been in trouble, but I was just waiting on them to name one. And I was a little disturbed. And I I was like, wow. So then this is what I left them with. I left them with this to think about. Then I need you to become that leader. You become that mentor for somebody. Because see, if you haven't been through the things that some of these students that, and I call them my families, it really is kind of hard to reach and understand. How did you end up homeless? How did you end up in your situation if you ain't never been there? And I want you to look at the leaders that put people down and talk bad about the community. And they look at our young men, don't know, you know, how they wear their pants on their butt. Do you ever wonder why? Why we call them thugs? Why do they want to join gangs and disrespectful? They can't hardly keep a job. Why? So what happens is it goes so far back. So some stuff we can't do nothing about. And some of the things that are happening to our young people today, it ain't even their fault. It was how they was raised. And some of them was raised good, but they chose to lead bad lives. So what do you do with them? Do you throw them away and put them on another side of the city and hope they don't commit crimes in your neighborhood? What do you do? Nah, I'm not a scholar, or I'm not Dr. Cheryl. I'm just Cheryl Calhoun, a mother of 4, 3 daughters and 1 son. And I'm going to share a small story with you. When my first marriage, I had 4 children, and I think my son was 4, and Vicky was 6, and Patria was 7, Precious was 8. There was times that I didn't have the money, I didn't understand. I had never been on my own before, really. I didn't even know how to live on my own. And it was because I was the only girl, and I was sheltered. I thank God for it now. But anyway, we ended up once, you know, actually twice, we ended up moving into the projects. And when we moved into projects, so many people were saying, oh my God, oh Lord, you moved into project. Oh my God, girl, your children, your daughters. Oh, you better watch your son. Well, see, this is where God steps in. He taught me how to teach my children value. That they're worth something no matter where they live. Taught them how to take care of things. You ever been to housing authority area and they look like the worst place you ever want to live? Well, I decided to teach my children value. Because why? My parents taught me that. That no matter what you have, take care of it. It doesn't matter. So I taught it to my children while they was young. I taught them that, so what, we live in the projects. It's a roof over our head. It was 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. Shoot, I thought that was good. But I taught them how to keep things clean and organized. And I made them keep the yard up. But what I was doing was teaching them value. Because there are going to be times that you may be up and then you fall. I never knew that I would ever be in projects. And I'm not even ashamed. I thank God for the experience. Because that keeps me from looking down on people. When I teach leadership, I don't wait until they go to college or graduate from college or they become successful. Then now you want to teach them to be leaders. No. You start right where you are. You begin to teach value and teach them how to overcome in the midst of starting over. Even if you don't have a car, if you're living in a 1-bedroom, or maybe your house don't look good as somebody else, it don't matter. You can become a great leader right where you are. People will still look up to you. What was so amazing, y'all? Can I tell you what was so amazing about that? I had so many young people come into my home. And so what I did, I went, and some of you that may know, I have to say his name because this man empowered my life, and it was Mr. Kirkland in Lake Wales, Florida. They gave me a building that no one was using. And I think the substation, the police department was up there. But long story, let me tell you what, when I noticed that so many young people kept coming to my house, I decided during the summer we would open up a little, somewhere for the kids to go. I think I had it from like 9 to 3 or 9 to 2 or something like that. I can't even remember. But I had my children be there. Each one had a little group that they had to help with homework, and we would feed them and play with them, and then I would send them home. So what's the point of this story? That even though I was living in the projects, even though I didn't have money what everybody else might have had, I wanted to teach my children value. That what if life deals that type of card to them? What if they go through that, and so that if they start out pretty good and all of a sudden the rug get pulled from under, I wanted them to know that even if this happened to you, that you can still be a person of value. You can still become a leader. And through that, when I look at them today, they all are in their 30s. Actually, my son will be 34 tomorrow, and he's the baby. When I look at all 4 of them, and I look at what they all went through, I'm so proud of them. And I think about, what if I hadn't taught them value? What if I hadn't taught them that no matter how hard it gets, you're still valuable. You're still worth something. You're still a leader. Now go back and help somebody else get up. I don't know if this word bless you, but I know it bless somebody, because you've been going through a lot. You have had to downsize, or maybe lost it all and had to move in with people. I know how that feels. And then they get to call the shots, don't they? You could have not even made the mess, but you better clean it up, especially when you're living in somebody else's house. So I understand. But you're still of great value. You're still worth something. It doesn't matter what people say about you. But let me tell you this part of the story I left out. I forgot this part. As I was living in the projects, y'all, now I gotta tell you now, I kept it so clean, and I made my children keep the outside clean. They had to keep their rooms clean. And now I want to share something that blew my mind. And if Mr. Kirkland, you ever get to hear this, I could never thank you enough for what you did. You empowered my life. He actually gave me a job to work for them. And people used to call me the police, because I would go around and check their yards. And if they didn't keep their yard clean, I would give them a $25 ticket. And they got mad at me. But I wanted to teach them something also. And some of them, I even went and helped them clean their yard. I wanted to show them something. That yes, you live in the projects, but you're valuable. When I think about John Maxwell's book, 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, you're invaluable. You're priceless. And when we don't treat ourselves like we're priceless, how how can we tell our children they are? And I know that if we start from today and treat ourselves like we're priceless, it will empower our children. Then it will empower their children. You can't tell me that it will not be a domino effect. You can't tell me that. If we start from today and see that I'm worth something no matter what cards was dealt in my life, no matter if it was my fault or not, this is what I have. If I begin to empower others and I value myself, I respect myself, then I begin to teach it to my children. Oh yes, it's gonna change lives. God bless you. Keep that head above water. Keep it above water. And you treat yourself like you priceless. I don't care where you are. You just do right by yourself. You might not have the best of clothes, but wash yourself up anyway. Put on what you got. Because God loves you and you're valuable to Him. God bless you.